When COVID first hit, it was about 150 on a scale of 100.
These kids have chronic conditions, and every single one of them has told me that they're scared of COVID because they don't know how to interact with the disease that they might have.
When you think about a little guy who's had a double lung transplant, he cannot get COVID. Everybody was really afraid that one of our kids was going to die from this. When the pandemic first hit, we had a lot of families who suddenly didn't have jobs or had greatly reduced hours. And so it was really not only an educational crisis, a social emotional crisis, a medical crisis, it was also a financial crisis.
Every week we delivered food to every single family. We would drop off pantry items, sometimes we dropped off fresh produce.
We've actually done a lot around grief with the kids because we pretty much don't have a family in our community who hasn't had a family member or a good friend die of COVID.
Working with a community that is mostly Black and brown, underprivileged, underserved is going to be difficult. And then you throw in the fact that a lot of them have chronic illnesses. So we want to do as much as we can to set them up for success.
Mortgage Academy is a really special place. We live in an intersection between healthcare and education. We get to provide a full school experience for kids who otherwise would probably have to be homebound, especially in a pandemic.
It's really important for a kid who has a health condition to be able to be in an environment where they feel like they're safe, where they know if I do have an asthma attack, it's going to be okay, the nurses are going to take care of me. Mortgage Academy provides that ring of safety so that the kids feel like they can learn better.
We're really fortunate in that our classes are small, and because of that, we know our kids really well. And our kids get to go on field trips in normal times, and they get to go swimming, and they do PE every day, and we're able to make sure that they're doing it in a really safe way while letting them feel like normal kids.
The ingenuity that I see every day in this building is astounding.
Are there any questions from our panelists?
Problem-based learning is a learning model in which here's a real-world problem. Here are some strategies. How are you going to solve it?
PBL allows students to develop a lot of the success skills that they wouldn't in a traditional classroom, thinking through authentic problems that exist in our community and then becoming problem solvers to work through that problem and figuring out a solution. We've talked with a lot of industry experts and they say these are the skills that they're looking for.
Everybody says kids are resilient and they're not wrong. Staff, students, and families have found strengths inside of ourselves that we never knew were there. We will definitely come out of this stronger.
Philanthropy and donation to this school make it what it is today.
For us, in the high needs of our kids, it costs about 3 times more to educate a mortgage student. So philanthropy is critically important to our school because 2/3 of our budget is coming from donors. If we did not have that, there's no way we would have been able to do what we've done for our kids through all of this.
Mortgage Academy matters because we serve students that have chronic illnesses. And without us, a lot of times those students wouldn't attend school. We have some students that are constantly at the hospital, in doctor's appointments, and that's their whole life. We teach kids there's something outside of the hospital. We can take care of you medically, and we can teach you community. We can teach you social skills. We can teach you academics. We can teach you how to be physical even though you have asthma. You can still run around or swim in the pool. And without Mortgage Academy, a lot of these students wouldn't have the quality of life that they have.